Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Secret Agent Clank. That's right, we're actually continuing the series. I can't tell you how many times I thought to myself, man, I want to quit this. I never looked at these house things before. Because I think they're houses. I've never seen that. Well, I never really looked too hard at it. So, couple things I can talk about today. We were actually going to continue some super genius RPG stuff. Oh, I guess I don't have the... Oh, I never got the flamethrower at all, really. Okay. We were going to continue playing Reverie, the Trails of Reverie, for Super Genius RPG content today. But so many things were just kind of going wrong all day. But also, at the same time, some things were going right for us. So, we eventually got home, finally, and tried doing some commentary, and both of us were just like, yeah, it's not gonna work, man. So, not that we've given up on doing that as a series or anything like that, which, to be fair, it's a super genius video, which means we don't have any obligation to do it. Just if we want to do it or not, you know, it's perfectly fine. But either way, if anybody was super excited about that series continuing, just keep in mind that that's just how these things go. Sometimes things just go wrong. Just enjoy the videos we got now. So, yeah. Anyway, on top of that, what else? Besides, I'm continuing playing this game right now. I can't think of anything else YouTube-wise. Off the top of my head that I might have started or I want to start. I did eventually go through and put some games on like a shelf that are ideas of things I could do. But you never know. You know, maybe I might not. Depends. Just ideas. I think it was like Pac-Man World, Call of Cthulhu, because that was something I think I talked about recently. And then, if I do Call of Cthulhu, I kind of want to do it co-op, though. So I feel like if anybody should be there, it should be my brother, because he tends to, or at least, I don't think he ever beat it, though. No, he never beat it. He just thinks it's a cool game. So it'd be nice to... Oops. It'd be nice to kind of just show that off for him, I guess. What's some other news? Well, I was talking about... It's just a topic I was talking about. I was ranting myself a bit before I started. Where I was talking about the idea... Because I was watching this guy's video about the rhinos, like ranking the rhinos, and then the Rhino 5 from Ratchet Rift Apart, or Rhino Rift Apart version 8, Rhino 8 or whatever, summons like, you know, Jack and Sly and stuff like that, and it kind of made me think, like, man, it'd be really cool if they really did do something with those characters. But I was kind of arguing about, like, how, to myself, I was arguing to myself about how would they technically go about making a Jack 4, because, I mean... If you're going to continue it, story-wise, most likely you're going to have to continue it after Jack X, / continue it after Jack 3, of course. But what I was talking about mainly was not necessarily story, which, to be fair, if they ever do make a Jack 4, I would like it to still be a story game. Although I don't think the original creators would obviously make it, but even then still, like, at least... get somebody competent and capable enough to make a game that would be nice to have for the story, like just a decent writer for it. And I was mainly talking about like the gameplay side of things and what would be kind of nice to see or have happen. But that's the hard part too, is I want so many things, but I don't know. Because the first main thing I want to really talk about would be the guns. Because, in my opinion, the guns is a huge thing for me when it comes to the Jack games. But I don't want them to go crazy with it and make it like a Ratchet game. They don't need to give us a ton of guns. But I still kind of want them to go around the idea of being like Jack 2, where those guns are super useful. But then again, that's kind of a hard... It's a hard thing to kind of do, too, because, I guess I can't, wait, I forget what the door was. I don't remember if it was further back or if it's further in. It might have been further in when I think it is. I'm about to die. I mean, I could... Oh, well. Yeah, oops. Now, I did not plan on doing that, but hey, it works, I guess. That's just backwards. Alright, we'll just go ahead and continue on. So anyway, for those that might not be aware, Jak 3 has a ton more guns. It has 12 compared to the 4 guns it had in Jak 2. But the guns in Jak 2 are so crazily unique and just kind of well thought out for what it works. Because, okay, there's just a bolt in this one, I guess. Alright, cool. Pretty much, if you do melee while you're shooting, each gun of the 4 guns in Jak 2 have a different... Wait, which door do I go to then? The hell am I doing wrong? Anyway, so each of those weapons have a different sort of effect that I think is really neat. Where the scattergun, the shotgun, if you shoot it and then you punch... Oh, here's a damn thing. I'm blind as hell. It will basically just give you a free reload, and then you could just kind of just shoot again. It's really cool. And then the beam gun, when you punch with that, it makes it fire in a burst shot. And then, of course, if you jump in there and do a spin attack, it also affects the beam as well. Not so much like, you know, scattergun and stuff like that, but still. And I'm pretty sure that, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure the Vulcan, the Gatling gun, is kind of the same concept with the spin attack, where if you do the spin in the air, it will give you a possible quicker startup. I was going to mention that, okay, yeah, so like on the ground, if you punch with the beam gun, it will skip the... No, that was the burst shot. Okay, yeah, so for the Vulcan, it just charges it faster, because it has to charge up for a little bit for that one to work. And, like, each and every... Oh, Peacemaker, I always forget what that one does, dead offhand. If I had to guess, it probably just makes it shoot faster, if anything, because, I mean, you get it pretty late in the game anyway, and plus it has, like, 10 shots, so I don't really use it as often, unless I have to, because it's Jak 2 we're talking about here. And... You know, either way, it's still... They're all cool. They're all really cool weapons. I love Jak, man. I love Jak. It's so cool. And then in Jak 3, they upped it. They tripled every weapon's color. So now red, which was the shotgun, now has 3 guns. It's the scatter gun. It has a sort of quake gun, I guess it was called. I forget. Dead offhand what it was called. But basically, it shoots the ground. It's like an AoE thing on the ground. And then you have the grenade launcher, which eats up ammo, but does a ton of damage. And then you have the beam rifle, and then you have a reflector mod, which makes it reflect around the room, which is the second gun. And then you have, like, this sort of gyro gun, which makes it to where it shoots out a little hovering drone that attacks enemies over time. The Vulcan gets an electric... thing with it. It also eventually gets a needler, which I think homes on enemies. Peacemaker gets... I keep saying Peacemaker. Wow. I love Jak, but I forget exactly. I always get it mixed up with what it's actually technically called. But that weapon gives you a zero gravity thing, which is neat. I don't remember it being that good. I just remember it being kind of neat, more so. Real quick, just before I forget. I'm just going to check around the room just to see if there's any potential chance that there might be something that I could try to, like, jump up to. Okay, that worked. And hey, look at that, maybe. Okay, never mind. Alright, I tried. So, and then, of course, you have, like, the original gun for it. And then on top of that, you have... One of these is bound to have a bolt, alright. That's probably just to get back. Third gun was a nuke. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you stand on these platforms, it stops it from going up. Try to mess with you a little bit. And that's our destination, and I think that's... Wait, that might be our way to go. I don't know, it's one of them. One of them, I think, has a bolt. But either way, you get the point. There's like 12 guns now in comparison to what there were before. The original 4 plus... Sorry, an extra 8. So, it was always really neat. However, like, you know, the only real weapon, like, there's All the weapons can be pretty viable to some extent, but to be fair, most people are probably going to end up using the beam reflector because that's just the thing that ends up working a lot. It does good damage, it hits multiple times, that sort of thing. It's essentially the game's new Rhino, practically. You'll be using it as much as you can if you've got it. So, and you get that thing pretty damn early too. I would still love to do a Jak 3 playthrough, but I'm kind of waiting to do it co-op again, so. Because I kind of see my brother as, like, the Jak guy. My friend is the Ratchet guy. Even though, like, I guess in all technicality, you could make the argument that, like, I'm probably more so Ratchet, Jak, and Sly all together. But that's just kind of how I sort of like to view things, in a way. Now, my other brother, I mean, it would be cool if he was the Sly guy, but he's not, so. I don't know anybody else that's, like, that likes Sly as much as I would. Or has really played it often. But it's just a cool way for, like, all three of us to sort of have something we all have an interest in specific. It makes it kind of fun. Especially for co-op stuff. And I have always thought about, like, going back and doing, like, a Ratchet co-op marathon with my friend. Or doing, like, a Jak marathon, of course, with my brother. That sort of thing. Just don't know if I'm going to do it anytime soon. Although, at least, when it comes to my brother, it's probably easier just to do that. I did do the Ratchet reboot game with my friend on his channel, but that's really about all we did. Besides, not gonna lie, like, I love Ratchet 1. I'm sure everybody knows that by now, but going back through, like, 2 and 3 seems kind of arduous. Like, I can go back through Jak 1 and 2 and 3 just fine, but something about Ratchet just makes me not really want to do it. Kind of the same thing sort of with Sly a little bit. Like, I like Sly 2 quite a lot. And I like Sly 1 quite a bit, too. And I like Sly 3, but having to just replay these things again, sometimes I don't like to do it too often, I guess. I don't know. Just depends on my mood. Like with everything. Alright, cool. Bigger flamethrower. Now we burn more often, probably, or something, or just do more damage in general. Once again, I love these sections, but man, I cannot really defend this game. As much as I would love to, too, and that's the thing that sucks. Because this game does actually have genuinely good stuff to it. It's unfortunately hidden behind, you know, minigames. Or like a variety of minigames, if you want to say it's a variety. I mean, it basically is. And on paper that sounds fine, but then you play them, and like depending on who plays it, maybe you guys might like it more than I do. You might like playing the Quark sections more than I do. You might like the Ratchet sections more than I do. And nothing wrong with that, of course. I'm just saying that, for me personally, I'd rather just have a Clank game. Something else I brought up, too, about Jak 4 was also, like, if we ever ended up getting an Ape Escape 4, I think of Ape Escape in the same kind of way that Jak is, where I kind of want to see... Oh, come on, game. I want them to do, like, Ape Escape 3 stuff where we have transformations, but they don't need to go overboard. I don't want to have, like, a DK64 situation where they make the fourth game just this really big content game. Even if some of it might be optional. Just, also make it like 2 where it's very tight level design. And that's mainly what I want to see, like really good level design stuff. It's really fun levels to go through. Fun to catch, monkeys. Animations are really well done and very fluid and make it look fun. That sort of thing. But then again, at the same time, having an Ape Escape 4 that has like a ton of monkeys to collect would also be cool too. Same thing with Jak 4. Like if we just go around the idea of making it all, way more guns, that would also be kind of neat. Which was the thing I was going to try to end up talking about too, was should we get more guns for Jak 4 if we end up getting a Jak 4? In my opinion, I would like to see that. But the question is, how many more guns should we get? And the thought that I came up with was a couple of ideas. We could always just introduce maybe like bring back the original 12, and if you wanted to change them up a little bit, make them a bit more balanced or something, maybe. Like for the Vulcan, just change it to where the needle thing maybe might be a little bit different. Maybe it shoots missiles instead of needles or something. I don't know. Just something along the lines of changing a few things here and there, maybe. And then, if that's not the case, bring back... I still want to see the original 12 to some degree. And then maybe each color has one singular new weapon to play with, or at the very least have a few new colors, like green or something. Maybe one new color with 3 new weapons to play with. Just anything of the sort that adds a few more guns. But that was the thing I was talking about earlier, is I don't want it to be like Ratchet. It doesn't need to be like Ratchet because it's Jack. So it'd be nice if it just stuck with that. And then I was thinking about Crash 4 and how they handled things. Because Crash 4 is... Oh yeah, you have to do this. The Crash 4 is essentially, in a way, a kind of mishmash of Crash 1 and Crash 2 and Crash 3. Somewhat all together. And they made it more focused on platforming than they did... Or they made it more tight platforming, which I like Crash 4 because of that. Having double jump at the start, you don't have to get it as an upgrade, is pretty cool. And the only upgrade you get is like a speedrun upgrade. It's basically Crash 2, where there's no real upgrades, except unless you consider Crash 2 Remake, because that does have an upgrade thing to it, but... Oh yeah, I forgot to have torpedoes. My only main gripe with it was... They made it hard for the sake of thinking that Crash was insanely hard. And that's the thing that I don't really like, because Crash is not really insanely hard. So it'd be nice if Crash 4 didn't have to go down that road. I mean, granted, most of the main game, like if you're just playing the game for fun and just trying to beat it, you don't have to worry about the difficulty too much. It's mainly the 100%ing aspect of it that gets old. There's no point in killing those guys. Why bother? I don't remember if this thing goes on forever or not. I don't think... Well, that might be the end. Well, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Either way, I mean... I'm not the spokesperson for Jack. I mean, if they want to go around the road of, like, making it a ton more stuff to play with... Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Maybe a third area that you can go to. You bring back Haven City. You bring back the desert. Progress of Quark's left butt cheek. Oh boy. Just cool stuff. That's oh. Oh yeah, I forgot you have to make points. It's not like points, it's more so sales. Oh. I'm getting attacked. Oh, okay. I was wondering what was going on. I'm like, I'm not getting hit. But no, we have to protect this character. And this thing, this cardboard cutout, this thing goes on for a good while too, by the way. And I mean a good while. Enough to the point where it's going to get really old real fast, but... Ah, damn it. I think Miss Q just basically means that you got hit, maybe? I don't know. The other thing that annoys me about this level, though, is the combat doesn't really feel all that great here. It works, and if I time myself better, I mean, I could probably play it better. If that was better in general, but... That's the thing, though, is I kind of suck, to be fair. You can also jump, by the way, but you can't really slam, though. There's no punching in air. Oh, something else I want to talk about. I want to give you guys, I might have mentioned this topic before, but I want to talk about it to say, like, yeah, I ended up actually liking it. So, Invincible Versus. It came out. I was watching combos online with my brother, and we were for like a couple weeks. We're just kind of watching things online, just checking it out and saying, and just seeing it as something that looked, you know, didn't look all too great. But then I caved in like I figured I would. Bought it because we went to GameStop. I saw it and I'm like, fudge it. I'll get it now. And then I did. And we ended up playing it for a bit. The buttons were weird. They're taking a bit to kind of get used to. Because it's not really a motion button game. It's more just like, you know, press these buttons. And it's more directional input than it is motion input. So. And the supers are done by like hitting like forward or back, X and square. It's really weird. I kind of wish it was more set to like hotkey on the shoulder buttons for that type of stuff, like Dragon Ball Fighters. But either way, we actually ended up, at least I did for sure, ended up having a lot of fun playing it. And I thought, this is actually not that bad as I thought it was. So I was proven wrong, thankfully, that the game would be bad. Can I recommend it to everybody? It depends. I mean, if you're really into fighting games, especially tag games, you'll probably most likely find some interest in it. Also, this is my favorite part of this section right here. Getting a giant laser, like just the entire alien things, or little slimes, you know, whatever. I think that's really cool. Kind of wish the Quark sections did more fun stuff like this, but it is what it is. Not much I can do about that. As far as I know, you don't really lose this game. I think if you die, you probably would lose, but for the most part, I don't think that you get screwed too hard, too often. You also end up losing a lot more points the further in you get, which sucks. Losing a lot more sales, actually, to be fair. But yeah, so there you go. Now you guys know my opinion for sure. Is that, wow, it's not even really a bad game at all. I never said it was going to be a bad game. I just said, you know, or I've been talking about it for a couple weeks with my friends and stuff. Like, I don't, you know, might not hit the way I want it to. It might not feel all that great. Because the animation looks kind of weird. And speaking of which, the Avatar fighting game, like, just watching it, it's like, yeah, I'm getting that. Because it looks really good. Like, I'm genuinely surprised. And it's going to be like $30 too, which is crazy. Which is nice. It's nice that at least Invincible and Avatar didn't go full price with their games. Although, to be fair with you, Avatar, I think the reason why they're probably not that expensive for it is because they don't have a lot of characters. But, man, like, you guys are doing a hell of a good job with the actual mechanics themselves. I can't tell if it's raining or storming outside or if somebody's just breaking their truck down. I don't know what's going on out there. Wait, am I supposed to let them do their thing? I forget how this works. Because I can't hit these guys, so I think they're supposed to just do stuff. Somehow. Not sure. Oh, wait, that's right. It's funny, I go to jump, because I think my brain just slightly remembered from a long time ago that, oh yeah, that's how you do this, is you just jump on them. And plus they have that little butterfly in the back, so it's like, oh, okay. I got you now. Yeah, this is not my favorite Quark section in the entire game because of the fact that it goes on for so damn long. Much like anything else this game sometimes does, except for all the really cool stuff that I want it to do more often. I don't know. It just makes it not super replayable for me. But I'll give my final thoughts when we beat the game, which might not happen tonight, depending on if I decide to record another video or not. So I think I'm like halfway-ish through the game, so at least over halfway. Anyway, yeah, like, I mean, I genuinely think that Avatar could sell for a little bit more than just 30, but then again, they don't have, like, a lot of characters, but even though they don't have a lot of characters, holy shit, like, every character has something super unique about them, and it's really cool to see it, so I forget what I'm supposed to do here. Do I kill Butterfly still? Do I punch the character or what game? 'Cause I'm not really sure because I can't really get in there and hit her. I can, but it doesn't look like I'm able to. On top of that, like, it's really hard to just dodge all this stuff when she fires it off, like, all the damn time. Okay. They didn't bother with the animations for this one, did they? They really did not give a shit. I guess I can't blame them. I mean, they were rushed, right? So, I mean, look at that. It just... There's no... The animation for it just... These things just kind of pop out. There's no real wind-up for them. For the lasers, I mean. And I somehow dodged that one. I wish if you jumped on the butterflies you would get more health, but no. Fortunately not. I'm gonna die if I fuck this up. At least I know what to do now. Okay, cool. Now, something else real quick about the Invincible Fighting Game, though, that does kind of bug me is... Not all of the skins, but a good amount of them are like $10 for a fucking skin. Some of them are $5. But then, like, one character has, like, a towel skin. It's like, oh, yeah, it's $10. So that's how they're probably going to make their money. They make the game worth $50, then you end up spending the extra 20 on Deluxe Edition or something like that. You get all the skins or whatever. And... Okay, cool. Okay. I don't think this thing has ammo, though, which is good. However, it doesn't do as much damage as you would hope it would. Which sucks. Not gonna lie, I kind of missed the Godzilla fight. Because once again, these things go on forever. I think there's a skill point where you have to destroy every object. I might be mistaken, so don't take my word for it. Just something that I could have sworn was a thing. It would also be nice if I could get like a super move. I could. Back in the other fight. I think you're going to have to kill slimes with blasters now because of how annoying they are, if you don't want to get hit. I do like the idea that there's different, like, extra point things that you can get going. Like gun fist type thing. That's really cool. I think that's... I don't know if you fight that thing or not. I don't know. I don't remember. It really has been that long, folks. And most likely, once I finish this playthrough, I'm probably going to go back and do a repeat playthrough offline, challenge mode, so I can start getting trophies and stuff for that and finish this game completely. And never have to think about it again until a Ratchet Marathon pops up again some way, shape, or form. Come on. How long does this thing go on for? Holy moly. Okay, there we go. Yep, okay. So now we fight the Sea God. This should be the last fight we do. Oh, okay. Oh, you kiss it. Yeah, okay, that's it. Alright, thank goodness. Maybe? I didn't hit anything, by the way. I didn't press anything. It just closed out the cutscene. If there even was one. I don't think there was. The game just broke. And the idea of all these little quirk things that are happening, if I remember correctly, he's in a dream. I mean, you see the loading screen of him thinking or potentially dreaming, and I think he's stuck back at the dream sequence. Okay. The dream sequence area, like with the nurses and stuff, I think that's what's fucking with him in this game. Because they had the assets, why not? Alrighty. Explosive, nice, not bad. Bolt grabber, I could use that for sure, no doubt. Don't really need the PDA to be fair. Okay. We're gonna need Ty for the next part. At least we're back into another fun Clank section, so that's always a good thing to have. I wouldn't really even hate the quirk sections that they didn't go on for so damn long. And honestly, the Ratchet ones are fine too. Even the Gadget bots are fine. I think everything's just fine the way they are, to an extent. Can you jump down there? You sure can't. So how do I get that gold bolt? I keep calling them gold bolts. That's how much you know I've played Ratchet 1 a little too often. It's kind of like when people play Souls all the time, and then some people call Souls Echoes when they played Bloodborne a lot, which is funny because like you would think that I would be the one saying Blood Echoes all the time, but I don't. I still call them Souls even in Bloodborne. Wait, we got a V... Oh yeah, that's right. V4 I think is the highest level, which is pretty normal. But now we have 3 or 4 tire rings. Looks like possibly 4. I'll try to go back and get that gold bolt in a second. Just give me one bit. By the way, that kick, that launch kick thing's it's not janky, but it's tough to kind of get used to because it's really damn fast. How many more mother bastards are there? All right, so in terms of getting that bolt, I don't know. I could have sworn that you probably would have to look around for something to break. Oh yeah, Clank can't do that. He can't hover multiple times like Ratchet can in other Ratchet games, which sucks. Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say somehow you're supposed to break these down, but you really can't. There's nothing to latch onto. Or we jump on top of that, but I can't do that either. I don't know. I could just say screw it. It might be for the best if I do, or maybe I can blow it up from here. Because they've already given me the... Of course. They've already given me the idea that I could blow them up, so it's like, okay. I just think a certain person on YouTube, a certain game journalist, wouldn't be able to figure that one out for a while, now would they? Which is funny because I was playing through Mary Skelter, because, you know, RPG mood. I've been trying to go back through that game again and actually beat it this time. Because I got to Chapter 3 back in the day on Vita. I'm playing the Switch version now because I have 2. So, it comes with it. Anywho, there was like this one puzzle in the second dungeon, which basically made it to where you need to... Well, I noticed that there was some fire, like a candle thing. I'm like, okay. Interesting. And I saw some statues that can be moved, and they had arrows on them. And I thought, like, oh, okay, well, I just have to move. And I saw, like, a tree that would most likely be burnt down. Move all the statues in front of it, directly in front of the tree to hit the tree. Shoot an arrow through it. Burns the tree. Reward. So... And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, yeah, that funny game journalist who got caught masturbating on stream probably wouldn't have an easy time with this game because they wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but it just kind of felt nice, you know? Felt nice when you solve a puzzle that you think that would be difficult, but really it's not. I just pretend that I am smart. Because I play RPGs. RPGs. Louise. Now we go that way. But unfortunately, things spin way too damn fast. So you're pretty much just... You're going to need to use the... I keep wanting to call it a cauliflower. Okay, you don't really have to. As I kind of figured. I was thinking about that for a second. I'm like, oh, do you actually have to use that? And then it works without doing it, so cool. I do want to upgrade it, though, a little bit. Because it does deserve to be upgraded. If anything deserves to be upgraded, it's definitely that. Kind of. It's a decent weapon. It's not bad. It's fine. I don't think that when it's out on the field already, I don't know if it's still level 1 or not. If that still counts as level 1. Damage-wise and all that fun stuff. Okay. Hey, I mean, if the game doesn't say no, I'm not going to argue with it. It let me do it. Okay, cool. That's on you, game. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. Cheesing out a few things here and there. Man, speaking of RPG stuff, I want to play some SMT crap, but I don't know. I have a lot of SMTs on 3DS because I bought them before the 3DS shut down, the eShop, so I can have them before they go away. So I don't have to, I was thinking at the time like they would be super expensive if you find them, physically, but I'm sure one day they will be. Right now it's okay, wink wink. 40 to 60 depending on, Still kind of expensive, especially for DS games that were a lot older now. 3DS games that were a lot older. Just even 3DS in general. Like, I believe that 3DS games shouldn't be that expensive regardless. Fire Emblem Awakening, I think, was like 40. I think most Fire Emblems on 3DS are like 40 bucks. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I know I talk about game prices all the time, but that's just something that I do. Hey, I'm passionate about games. I like games. I like art. I think it is storming. I like my stuff, man, and I like to give people a heads up on things too. Like, hey, this is on sale. You should go get it right now. Which reminds me, Final Fantasy is on sale on PlayStation. Final Fantasy 9, I want to say it's maybe like $5 or $10. Probably like 6. I forget exactly. Final Fantasy 12 is on sale for maybe 10-ish. What else was there? I think that was like the only Final... There's Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, I think for 15. So if you're interested in Final Fantasy stuff, then there you go. And then on Amazon, I believe that Final Fantasy Collection is still probably 50. Because if you find it physically in retail stores, it's like 75 still. But I don't have a copy. I mean, you can buy the games individually too, which is nice. But there you go. I could always just do the David Vink thing and just start making community posts of talk about games I saw that were on sale on Amazon or PlayStation Store or just whatever. Because I genuinely like telling people about games. I like talking about them a lot. Like hell, even just today, I told my buddy that I work with that I bought Invincible Versus because I was talking about it with him too, and he's like, "Oh man, that's cool. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you like it." And then he was talking about he's playing XCOM 2 and like just quite a bit of tactics stuff or whatever. And then he ended up asking me about Devil May Cry 5. And I'm like, well, he's like, what are your thoughts on Devil May Cry 5? I think I told him like I'm more into action games than, tactics too much. I like tactics games, but I tend to play a lot more, as you guys probably know. I tend to play a lot more action platformer type stuff. So he asked me my opinions on him, my opinions on DMC5, and I was like, that's kind of a tough one because I do and I don't like DMC5 to an extent. I'm more of like a DMC4 and under type guy, and also the reboot. I like the reboot a lot. So I told him like, hey, it's a tough one. You don't have to take my opinion to heart, but here's what I think. If you get it on sale, if you find it on sale, and it's special edition, definitely worth picking up. I think you'll probably end up liking it because I still think it's a good game. It's got cool bosses and stuff, cool final boss especially. So it's got cool stuff to it. There's 3 characters to play. They're all relatively pretty fun to some extent. I just don't care for the Nero changes with his arm. I think that's like the main thing that bugs me the most. And the levels, I just don't like the level design, the way they look. But the music's great, so like I said, it's a tough thing to kind of tell people, but I do think that DMC5 is worth getting, especially if you find it on sale. And he's like, it's 10 or something like that on PlayStation Store. I'm like, special edition? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, then at that point, yeah, you should get it. If you're really wanting to play something, hack and slashy, yeah, definitely. I mean, and then I told him about the reboot. I said, reboot's pretty good too. And he said, yeah, I think he told me even Definitive Edition for that game was like maybe $5 or $10 on sale right now. I'm like, hey, if you get it, it's pretty damn good. So, what the hell? Oh, shit. I like how he just gets a completely different face altogether. I wonder how annoying it is to make animations like this, because for 3D models. I do mess with 3D stuff from time to time, but I haven't really animated 3D stuff yet, because I'm lazy and dumb. But I would assume something like this might be slightly annoying depending on how you do it. Well, I mean, if you use mocap, probably be a bit easier. Just guessing. But, from scratch, like it used to kind of be for a lot of games back in the day, might be a little harder. Speaking of learning things, I whipped out RPG Maker. So I had this RPG, just a slight idea in mind of like, I just want to see if like RPG Maker has a certain couple of things I wanted that I could do if I ever thought about making an RPG game or whatever. And then as soon as I was making a character, like, you know, the in-game character develop, whatever, I couldn't figure out how the hell to make it an actual... Oops. Oh, no, dude. I couldn't figure out how the hell to actually make it an actor that could be played in the game, so I already fucked up. I was like, oh, god damn it. It's been so long since I've messed with RPG Maker, even though I watched my friend mess with it, like, last week or two. And I still, for some reason, just sometimes just forget these things. It's been so long since I've touched it myself. Alright, here's the plan. I'm going to try to do this entire section that they want me to do. We'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, got to use the hollow guys, but it shouldn't be too bad. Especially depending on who you, I guess, use for it. My thing, though, is this. How the hell am I going to... Like, I can't stealth it? I can't... Okay, there's him. Okay. I was going to say, if I can't get a facial recognition on this dude, that sucks. I do like them having those bolts inside of their body. That's pretty cool. I'll do this real quick. What? Fuck off. Well, now I know. Knowing is half the battle. Oop, oop. Okay. Yeah, so don't get caught by him either. Like, I can't just waltz right on through lights and stuff? God damn it. I know I'm cheating, but fuck this game. Right now. Did he move? He's right there. I was on the wrong side. I'm hoping that I can just stealth kill enemies and stuff. What was that? Oh yeah, you can... I want to try to do it without losing or dying or whatever. Oh, come on! That's bullshit! These motherfuckers can see me from over there. Because the idea is you want to get up here. And as far as I know, I mean, I got ink again, so maybe I can use that to do whatever. My thing is, for stealth sections like this, what am I losing out on if I end up getting caught? What? Because I wasn't paying attention to the story anyway, but... Which is my fault. All I'm trying to say is, what's the point of having a mission fail if Clank can realistically kill everything in sight? Usually, that's... Or the typical case is, oh, well, because... they're blocking something or they're covering something, and if you were to get caught, they would shut it down or destroy it, yada, yada, yada. So... Oh, of course I need him. It's funny, he walks right past it and he opens the door himself. Damn it! Oh yeah, I guess something else I can probably update you guys on too is, I was playing through P5 Royal again. I didn't need to, but I was. And I got to the 5th palace and started really sucking and forgetting how just annoying the 5th palace really was. Well, the boss fight for the 5th palace, to be fair. And I hated it so much, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this, because I'd have to probably go grind or something. It'd just be more of a pain in the ass, and I was just like, ugh, it's not worth it. So I kind of just gave up and quit. I got better things to do. I keep double tapping circle and it keeps shooting off another shot. It's really annoying. I still like P5 to an extent. Just, goddamn, I always forgot how annoyingly hard that one is. Because I go through like 5 waves of dudes. only then to finally get to like the 6th dude you fight, and he has no weaknesses as far as I remember. And that sucks. Okay, these guys die in like 2 hits. Yeah, I like not playing the Ratchet way of doing things, where I need to like excessively use every single weapon I have to make sure I get every level up every weapon early and fast. You know, try to maximize my levels. It's nice when you don't have to do that, or you don't tend to make yourself do that. I forgot that I did AI limit. Yeah. Because this area kind of reminds me of it a little bit. Even though this game came out before. I love that spin attack. The stealth shit's pretty cool. I don't know if there is a mission. Okay, good. Yeah, see, like now... Oh, I think I... Okay, so the reason why you don't want to get caught, I guess, or kill everybody is because you need to get that character's hologram to get through the door. So at least there's an answer to that one now. I gotta think that one through. What about this one, though? So we just fucked up, I guess? Or not. Yeah, okay, then why am I allowed to just not fail the mission there? What? I never failed the mission. I would say, hey, let's just go ahead and get the Gadgetbot thing done and over with now, but nah. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you all enjoyed, and take care, everybody.